folks! Welcome to the Poly Champions YouTube. This is a replay review of a Quetzali live game. Reaper, a bullet champion, shows us the secret to finding villages on Quetzali terrain, how archers are key to counter defenders, and how to seal the deal with cloaks. Let's watch the replay. Hello, I am eSpark. I'm a junior on the Huskies, and I'm leader of the Arctic Wolves team. And with me today is Reaper.
Hello, my name is Reaper. I am a Kraken, and this is a Quetzali bullet game versus Pawn King. Alright, let's hop into it. So, I am the blue Quetzali. I kind of like this spawn a little bit, but then I look around my capital, and I notice that there are quite a few empty tiles.
Tell us about Quetzali and what it means if you have empty tiles.
So, with empty tiles comes horrible things, unfortunately.
Horrible!
Horrible. So, unfortunately, if you send your unit to an empty tile, you won't find a village. You just won't. It's impossible. In fact, we can look at the entire map right now, and every empty tile, you will not find a village next to it. There has to be a resource, or and a resource can be considered a mountain, a forest, the fruit, an animal. We have this village here, it has 2 mountains, but 3 fruit, 2 animals, it has some sort of resource around it, right? And that goes for all the villages on this map. But we can see this large field of empty tiles right in front of my capital. Oh, this village, well, it's farther away. So with that, that's a little neat trick that you can use to try and help find your villages.
Yeah.
Yep. So, for instance, I know from my spawn here that there's no village in this corner here, and that it looks like there's no village over to the east here, but it looks like there could be a village south of my defender, right, where we can see that fruit, but there could also potentially be a village to the north, because we see that there's a mountain and 2 forests, right?
Yeah.
But let's go look at Pawn King spawn.
Yeah, how is
Pawn King?
Look.
Pawn King has 3 animals, 3 forests, and 3 fruit. He's got 2 mountains too, and he has a pretty. It looks like a pretty good spawn. It looks like there's probably a village somewhere over there.
But also, there's those empty tiles. So he should realize, there's no village there, right?
Are there? Yeah, there's no. It looks like there's no village there. Alrighty, so let's hop right into it. So let's see. So Pawn King moves towards the center. I move towards the fruit since it is really, my main indicator for a village. Alright, I find a village.
There it is.
And I'm moving my warrior to the north, where obviously, that other village that I think there might be, possibly is, right? And Pawn King meets me and gets meeting stars and discovers hunting. And it looks like I'm going to beat him to the village.
You are going to get to that village first, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah, which is actually really, really nice. Since his defender was sent this way, I know that his warrior is being sent the other way. So, if his warrior, right, is being sent to, like, the center or something, I can maybe use riders or, rider plus a warrior to kill it and maybe, cut off his center expansion, which would completely win me the game.
Yep.
He meets me first, so, he does get, of course, those sweet, sweet meeting stars, and gets that workshop in his capital. I get meeting stars from him now. I was thinking about going hunting, because...
Wait, let me guess. Do you like archery? Perhaps I heard a rumor. Maybe you... No. Do you like archery?
Wait. eSpark, archery, really? You said that? Wow. Hey, I love my archery.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but I was definitely considering hunting here, but, obviously seeing, the 4 fruit on my second village and my 4 fruit on my capital, I couldn't say no to, or it was just too good to pass up here.
Because there's no animal in that other village. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't get, workshop there, and yeah, and this city can also be used for an explorer later
Mm.
on. And knowing that his capital is literally right there, since I know that his defender is his first moving unit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And this is turn 2, right?
Yeah.
So I know that that
His
city is not very far from his capital.
yeah, his capital's got to be close.
So
Mm-hmm.
yep.
So you go for org.
What was it? Yep, I go for org, and I go ahead and of course I grab that workshop of my own. And it looks like Honking is exploring them to the east, and he is not finding much, because those empty tiles, as I say, if
Mm-hmm.
you step on one of them empty tiles, you're not finding
There's
nothing. I
no
mean, maybe you
village.
could you could find a ruin, maybe you could find a ruin. It's a
Mm-hmm.
possibility, but Ponking steps up, into my capital borders. He sees where my capital is,
Yeah.
but he knows that not to go that way anymore.
Yeah.
I capture.
You get an
Um,
explorer here? Because it could
and
go
so
west. Yeah.
yeah. So I ended up getting a workshop here.
Yeah.
I was debating getting an explorer, but if you're gonna get that explorer, right? Like, are you really gonna do anything with that vision, like this turn, right? Like, what is it gonna benefit you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless it's gonna give you meeting stars, or it's gonna discover like their like entire position, and like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be able to like
Change
make
your plan. Like,
make,
I'm going to do something
yeah,
different with this turn because I
yeah.
have that vision.
And here, I don't think I'm going to be changing my plans with the defender over here. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm certainly not. I don't think this defender is necessarily close enough to do anything
Mm-hmm.
with that. I decided workshop is probably best. So, all right, I
Yeah.
move east here. And I find a mountain ruin. Um,
Mm.
and I like to follow a rule of thumb. I like to try and find 2 mountain ruins before grabbing climbing if
For
possible.
real?
But
I
yeah,
okay, I have to say I disagree. In my experience, most of the time if you find one mountain ruin, it's worth it to get climbing. It's a gamble. It is a gamble, but it usually
yeah,
pays off.
yeah. No, I mean, no, you're right. But it depends on the scenario, of course.
Mhm.
And you see here, I see that. Oh, I don't seem to have another village maybe up here. Maybe I just have nothing up here because I've had games like that. And the curiosity of what can I get out of this ruin is definitely tempting me. Um, you know,
Tempting. Such a
so
tempting ruin.
um, and Ponking, he finds his first village over here in the east. And he's moving his defender towards the center. It doesn't look like his defender finds much of anything, just
Mhm.
finds some forest, but it looks like these forests can indicate a village in the center
Mhm.
that he
Mhm.
may possibly get. It's looking good.
Mhm.
And I decide to go for the mountain ruin.
Good
Um,
call. I would have done that. Mhm.
so I ultimately decided this because number one, it's going to give me this wonderful vision. Oh my gosh, you found another village. Look at
Yay,
that. That I was going to need
village.
anyways, right? I was hoping I would maybe discover maybe like a center village or something.
Mhm.
I was hoping that if it did discover, a center village or something like that. Actually, it can't discover a center village. There's empty tiles here. Reaper, what were you thinking? But I was hoping like maybe if there's a village over here or something, that maybe I could get like a veteran swordsman and take another village from Honking because
Mhm.
I am an aggressive player. I love
Mhm.
taking things from my opponents. 'Cause and I start to move towards Honking's capital. Really, just to try and just grab vision of his
Yeah.
capital. I know my defender isn't going to find anything. It
Mhm.
isn't going to find anything over there in that corner, but I can at least get vision on his capital, see what
Yeah.
units he's training, right?
Because you
Um,
didn't
you
get
know,
you chose to get the workshop and not the explorer, so this is the way to get vision. Just
exactly,
the old-fashioned way by walking there and looking.
exactly. You see, I was just going on a walk. So Palm King walks on his first village. His first village has 5 fruit.
But he took hunting. He doesn't have org, right?
Yeah, yeah. So he has to grab a whole different tech
Yeah.
in order to upgrade. But in the grand scheme of things, right? Org does get level 3 on his capital,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So it's not. horrible. Yeah, he gets Org. It looks like he's gonna, level 3.
Mm.
Actually, I took notice of what Pawn King did here. He took the resources closest to me, which is
Mm.
something that some players will do, because obviously if an enemy is stepping on the resources, right, you
Right.
can't take those resources.
Correct.
So I'd say good play by Pawn King here by taking the fruit in the there, just so I can't take it up later, right?
Yeah.
But let's see what I get from the rune.
Let's roll the dice.
I get I get stars.
Oh, that's
Um,
very fortunate.
my gamble paid off, so I'm able to actually just buy hunting and just level my cities up. Just level 3 them. Just boom.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight economy. I decide to look at the his
Yeah.
capital first.
Go for a
And
little bit more
yeah,
of a stroll.
and I'm like, oh, he didn't, get like riders here? Okay. Archers. How about that?
Oh, wait.
Oh
Wait,
wow.
wait. Let me find
Archers.
my. Give me a second to find my shocked face to see that you got archers. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. I would never expect that from you.
Oh my Oh my goodness, wait, archers? Wow. My goodness, wow. Oh man.
No, but
Yeah,
seriously,
so
like archers in a Quetzali game make so much sense, right? Because Quetzali has defenders which have really good defense, so it makes sense that you'd want a ranged unit that can chip away at those defenders from a safe distance.
yeah, well, and also, there's just so many forests. Everywhere you
Mm,
go, there's just some place to get a defense bonus, right? And
correct.
him trying to knock me off of this forest tile now, right? It's just gonna be a little bit harder.
Yes.
And he actually needs this forest to get border growth, it looks like, unless he gets like math or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get a giant, right? So he captures his first village, and he does find that
Mm-hmm.
center village. But hey, it looks like he's gonna get his third village before me,
Mm-hmm.
which is impressive. And so he is going to looks like level 3 his
Mm-hmm.
second city there. Nice. Well done. I think maybe he's preparing for me to defender siege him or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 archers and a defender kill a warrior, so, definitely something to be worried about.
I think we
And I
see
know
that. It
this, so,
happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'm training archers, and I have this idea. I get a little crazy. Um,
Do you get a little seed of craziness planted in your brain that grows into a full-fledged
yeah,
crazy idea?
yeah, and I'm like, hmm, this North Village, he will never ever reach this village. I'm just gonna go, chase his defender. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it because I know that he probably has nothing trying to back up this defender. So
Mm.
I have my archers and everything backing me up, from my capital. I'm just gonna start mass training archers. That's my plan.
Wow.
Just train archers. Um,
But you're right, because that north village is uncontested. There's no way he can reach it. So you feel
yeah,
secure, like, all right, I'm just going to put some pressure and I can come back to that north village later.
yep. So that's exactly what I do.
Mm.
And he backs up and he grabs a defender. This is smart.
Yes.
He knows that I can siege if he trains a warrior, so training a defender here was definitely like very, very important. But that doesn't mean I, won't chip away at it. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely do shoot it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize this at the time, but this actually kind of blocks his like both of his warriors from like moving up simultaneously. He kind of
Mm.
has to move them up slowly. Um, so I could have actually just like left my defender there, and it actually would have caused problems because it would have had him to funnel units like through
Yeah.
his city, which he can't, right?
With
And it's
those
pinned down by
mountains.
archers.
Yeah,
So
with those mountains there, and he doesn't have climbing. It's kind of a blockade.
yeah, yeah. So he gets his third village this turn.
Mm-hmm. Yet you're standing on the
Yep,
fruit, so he can't upgrade
yep,
it again. Oh,
yep. He can't get it to level 3.
his situation is looking
But
pretty good with those four. He's gonna have
yeah,
4 cities.
yeah. So he has forestry at this point. And he ends up not taking a wall here, which he will come to soon regret. Um,
Ooh.
So yeah, but with him capturing that city, it actually relieved the population slot in his capital, so he was able to train a new
Ah.
defender. Because if he wasn't able to train a new defender, I could have actually sieged his capital this turn. Alrighty. Alright, yeah, so now I just, get the free kill. Just a little bit of maneuvering my units, in a way, just so, my archers can't get hit. And I'm doing damage against, his warriors and they can't hit back. This is why I love archers, right? If you just have something in front of them, I mean, they're just, like, untouchable. And so I start to just, like, ping away. And so I get riding here, and the thought process is, this rider's going to be a little bit faster than my archer here, and I just want it to be quick, right?
Yeah, you just need to get there quicker.
This will,
yes.
Yeah, it'll be one turn sooner. And plus, I can use this rider to bounce off of the defender to go and go up to the city up here, right? So that's my plan.
Well, but there's forests in the way, so those will act as terminal ties. But still, it can get you a little bit closer to grabbing that North City. And your population cap now. I see those 4 little black dots in each of your cities. You're full.
Yep, I'm full. I am absolutely full. I wasn't lying when I was spamming archers and units and everything. I mean, come on now. I mean, I was being aggressive. Yeah, but I have 6 stars and I actually can't use them. I have nothing. I can't like get anything. I could buy fishing. That's it. I can buy fishing. How about that? Yeah, how about that? Here,
you
let me buy fishing on a dry land.
You gotta save your stars.
Yep, exactly. So that's exactly what I do. And Pawn King, he actually goes for the ruin instead of the village.
Oh.
That's actually very intriguing. I wonder why that is. Maybe he was hoping for like a veteran swordsman or something to maybe help like protect his village, or
maybe he had the thought like you did that other village is not contested, that he can get it later. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
So he goes for the ruin. Yeah.
Yep, he goes for the ruin.
Oh.
And yep, I stepped off that forest there, so it allowed him to border growth, and and so I know with this that a giant is coming. A giant is inevitable.
It's definitely coming. But that's the only way he could have gotten a giant. He didn't have enough resources without the border growth. So yeah, you knew that was coming.
Yeah. So, but I'm actually not too scared about a giant here. I mean, I have archers to deal with it. Like, he sends a giant at me. I know a giant takes 10 hits.
Yeah.
And I go for a fancy siege. Thinking, okay, well, I'm going to use roads. And I actually was planning to siege this city with roads, but he kind of used his defender there to zone of control me. So I was like, aha, I'll just siege your capital instead. I'm so smart. When really I wasn't so smart. He can just still giant there anyways. But I'm blocking, his resources, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna siege with my defender. I'm like, oh, this is unstoppable. He can't stop this, right?
Except that he can get a giant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's lovely, just lovely, just what I wanted. And so yeah, I didn't just go for this bounce here.
Yeah.
Just to kill this defender. But I really need this village now. I realize, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
And so he does end up getting the swordsman.
Ooh. And he gets the giant.
Yep, he gets the giant.
No problem.
Yep, and it looks like he chopped a forest.
Yes.
Yeah, he chopped a forest in his capital, my bad. To train another defender.
Yeah.
In that city there.
And you move your archers back to chip well, you can hit from there, right? Why do you move them back?
Yeah. Well, I moved the 5 HP back because there's a 7 HP warrior here, and so I wanted my defender to kill.
I see.
So, but yeah, no, and then I decided to siege his other city. I'm just sieging all over. I'm being aggressive. But then, of course he does this, which, isn't cool. And I'm like, oh, he border growth. Surely he doesn't have enough stars to get a giant now. Like, there's no way, right? He miscalculated. He doesn't have, no, it's too early. He got another giant. So now I have 2 cities. I'm looking at 2 giants. I'm like, oh goodness. Okay, this isn't actually looking good anymore.
Yeah.
This is kind of backfiring. What can I do? I have 21 stars, because I haven't been able to really do anything. Like, I'd have to get, like, forestry And I'd have to like border growth here and like get math or something, or it's just too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just gonna get run over in that
Those
time,
giants
right?
are coming for you.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. And so I'm like, I have an idea, right? I have Archer already, the defense bonus, right, from the forest. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, let me just get some lovely things called cloaks. Yeah, these lovely little cloak dudes.
Dun dun dun!
Because
Diplomacy!
I mean, he has such high level cities. I mean, these cities are going to produce 5 daggers for me. They're going to give
Yeah.
me 6 or 7 stars of income, right? Because they're such high of level, right?
Yes.
They're the perfect target for cloaks, and they're right on the front line. I mean, it's like I've hit the freaking jackpot, right?
Yeah, the jackpot. You have these big fat targets for your cloaks. So when the daggers spawn, because you have archery and climbing, the daggers will get defense bonuses on the forest tiles and the mountains.
Yeah, I do. So, a little bit of a strange move here. He actually moved this giant back, but I actually had a little bit of a regret this turn.
Mm.
I realized that I probably should have gotten another cloak this turn.
Oh, instead
Um,
of getting the workshop?
yeah, I got an
Oh,
explorer here actually,
oh, you got an
because I
explorer.
wanted vision. I think I actually needed the other cloak a little bit
Mm.
sooner. I think just to apply a little bit more pressure a little bit sooner, but it worked out. I think.
Let's
And
see,
so
where does
I do
that cloak
this,
go? Woo!
and then all them daggers spawn. Yep, his capital is now under threat by 5 defense boosted daggers that are going to take 15 hits to kill. So, he's going to have a great time getting rid of those daggers.
Yeah, he does
And
not have a way to effectively
yeah,
counter those daggers. They're gonna siege his city
yeah,
again.
yeah. And so I decided to go for, since I got Gate of Power this turn, I decided to go for my giant now, because I know that I can go for it.
Oh, you got your
And I
10
decide
kills?
to,
Okay.
yeah, and I was so annoyed here.
Oh.
I get my giant, and I'm 1 star short of getting a cloak, and I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna use my monument up here to get stars and train a cloak down here. Um, or train a cloak up here. Never mind, train a cloak up here.
So you put
To
down
go
the
for that city.
monument to get 5 stars back so you could afford a
Yeah.
cloak.
Well, no, I had 7 stars left over. I was 1 star short.
Ah.
I literally used this monument when I could have used it like down here or something, and maybe went for forestry to like, get in, the giant down there or something. But yeah. So it looks like this village that he found like 7 turns ago. He's
Mm.
now finally capturing. Only took him 9 years,
Turn
and
14.
so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, turned 14. Like yeah, and his giant's just walking straight into my giant, so that's lovely. It's doing great. Like I'm just gonna move my archers back
Mm-hmm.
and then let my giant walk forward on the mountain. And then I siege his capital, of course,
Mm-hmm.
with my daggers. I just continue shooting all of his units, putting pressure on him. Training. I trained 2 more cloaks this turn.
Yeah, and you moved your giant onto the mountain for the defense bonus. Even though his giant can hit you, you have that defense.
Yeah, I know that defense bonus. It's just extremely powerful, especially when you have a giant standoff
Mm-hmm.
and you can manage to get that defense bonus against it. Having the defense boost it definitely helps out, somewhat. So, but he's trying to fight back best he can. He's upgrading that East City now. Although I don't know what it's really going to do to help him out. He gets my archer up there. I
Yeah,
kill his swordsman.
your position looks really strong. Like we were watching in the broadcast. We'll put a link to the broadcast if you want to watch the live
Mm,
commentary. But we were like, oh yeah,
yeah,
no, those cloaks. This game is over. Those cloaks are just gonna steamroll. The daggers are
yeah,
gonna steamroll. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and they did. I mean, they just. I mean, when you just start spawning like that many daggers at a time, like the defense bonus. I mean, they're just. I
Yeah.
mean, and the fact that the daggers don't take like retaliation damage, like you just have to get rid of them, right? and if you don't, then they just build up.
And in the chat, we were thinking, how can you counter this? Like, could you get knights? But you can't because knights won't kill a defense bonus dagger.
You just gotta like spam catapults, kind of do what he's doing now, except
riders, lots
you
of
can do like
riders.
a mixture of like like have a bunch of riders and then like have like a knight go through, and have riders and roads and just have like a bunch. But I mean, when you're playing like a live game or whatever, like cloaks just like sap your time.
Yeah.
Like they suck away time. It's so bad. Dude, it's over. And that's just kind of what happened to Pawn King here. Just slowly but surely, I just start wiping out everything.
There's another. Look at all of those. Look at all of those.
And there's another one. I start moving forward. Oh, there's another one.
There they are.
There it goes.
Yeah.
I get a knight now. Yeah, and he resigns there.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a great game. I don't really know what Pawn King could have done. I mean, maybe if he got like an explorer or something instead of like a workshop here.
Oh, you said a wall. Wait, you said earlier that maybe he should have gotten a wall.
A wall would have definitely helped on this city. Yes. A wall is probably one of the best things you can do to counter daggers. So,
right. And even though the daggers don't take retaliation, that defender in the wall still has a huge defense bonus.
Yeah, exactly. And, those daggers will be, swarming, that city or whatever. But you can easily just disband, get free spirit or something, right? Because you're probably going to be trying to get knights anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just disband that defender, right? Because you won't be able to move it off, right? Just disband that defender and train another one. Mm-hmm. And there you go. They can't break through.
A wall would have been good there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking me through this.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps us a lot. If you want to support Poly Champions directly, plus get channel perks, you can become a channel member by hitting the join button below. For more Polytopia replay reviews and game tips, click the links in the description. Join the Discord. Get on a team. A link to the Discord server is also in the description. Take care. See you on the next one.